Hello everyone, welcome to Nameables. Stepping on a scale can be a nightmare for many. And while there is a huge controversy about what a healthy weight is for everyone, there is one thing that we can be sure of: the accuracy of the number that shows up. But this didn't always used to be that way. The earliest balance dates back to around 2000 BCE and was found in the Indus River Valley, present-day Pakistan. It was made of two plates attached to a beam and fixed to a standing pole in the middle. Scientists believe that the goods were weighed against weighing stones. And although the balances worked well for the time, it was easy to cheat the system. Even after the introduction of metal weights in the Roman Empire, the system was not accurate because traders would carry their own weights. It is not until the 12th century that the world of balances saw an update. Al-Khazini, a scientist, astronomer, alchemist, mathematician, and philosopher from Merv, present-day Turkmenistan, came up with the very first extremely precise balance the world had ever seen. In fact, he is accredited with inventing the hydrostatic balance. This balance allowed people to not only weigh objects with high accuracy, but also to determine if jewels or metals were pure or fake. Al-Khazini used to be a Byzantine Greek slave under the Seljuk Turks. After the Seljuk victory over the Byzantine Emperor Romanos IV, Al-Khazini was brought to Merv. Here his master, Al-Khazin, from whom he gets his name, gave him the best possible education in terms of mathematics and philosophy. This allowed him to later get the position of mathematical practitioner at the Seljuk court. Al-Khazini wrote several books, the most popular of which is probably an encyclopedia entitled The Book of the Balance of Wisdom. Here he studies the hydrostatic balance and the ideas behind statics and hydrostatics in details. While balances that relied on weights could be easily fooled, a hydrostatic balance could not, since it relied completely on the mathematically calculated constant of how much water was displaced when a weight was added. In fact, this balance was so accurate that many feared the impact it might have on trade dealings. Al-Khazini was greatly inspired by the scientist Al-Isfizari, who lived a generation before Al-Khazini and was a contemporary of Omar Khayyam. He had worked on the theory of the steelyard balance with unequal arms, so Al-Khazini named his own improved hydrostatic balance the combined balance to honor the late Al-Isfizari. But Al-Khazini is said to have been an overall humble man. He refused large amounts of gold coins for his hard work, claiming that he was able to live on 3 coins a year. Nevertheless, his in-depth knowledge about statics in both in and outside of water was sincerely above that of anyone before him and also of those long after him. His hydrostatic balance became quite popular, not only in the Middle East, but also in Europe, something that Galileo Galilei well documented in his works. In fact, it wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that the weighing scale knew any major improvement. And only in the 18th century was the spring scale invented that did not rely on counterweights. So next time you step on a scale, remind yourself that even this took many scientists, above all Al-Khazini, to give you accurate and reliable results. So till next time, take care.